Hello everybody and welcome to the Real Housewives Edit. My name is Elle and I'm here to talk about the two loves of my life, editing and housewives. You guys, thank you so much again for 1,000 subscribers. I said it on my video yesterday, but I literally cannot believe it. You guys are just as nerdy as me. You love to break this stuff down. I love reading your comments, so continue to keep them coming. I'm just so appreciative of this little corner of the world we have found ourselves in. Today I'm going to be covering the Real Housewives of Potomac Season 7 trailer, which literally had me just so excited. October cannot come soon enough. This is absolutely my favorite franchise. I feel like these ladies always deliver, and the trailer got me super hyped. If you watched my video yesterday, it was on the Salt Lake City trailer, which I am also super excited about that season. But I do believe that the Real Housewives of Potomac trailer was so much better for so many reasons, and I'm gonna be breaking that down today. We talk a lot about the editing of the actual shows, but trailers, they have to do so much in under 3 minutes. They have to grip our attention, they have to tell us what the story is, they have to get us excited about the characters and get us engaged and involved with the characters in like such little time. They don't just pick the very best moments and like throw them all in with some big music, which I think a lot of people think trailers are just like that. They're trying to direct it to the audience that they want to come in. If they want an audience that loves comedies, they not only have to pick like the best comedic moments, but they also have to pick moments where the audience can really connect to the main character, because comedies are not just about funny moments, they're also about really connecting to your main character. With scary movies, you don't want to show too much, but you can't show too little. You can't show the whole movie, but you cannot not tell them how scary it's going to be. And you have to kind of build a story and build character in such little time. So trailer editing is an art form. When I was talking about the Salt Lake City trailer, I wasn't trying to say it wasn't a great trailer. I was just saying I'm more excited about Real Housewives of Potomac. And now that I have talked your ear off about that, we are going to get into why. Let's watch.
In Potomac, we know how to do things here with elegance and class.
We know how to argue.
Shut the up.
It's right. Okay, so very first they show these sort of like happy moments with this voiceover of them saying,
in Potomac, we know how to do things here with elegance and class.
They put this filter on the video that kind of gives it this sort of like old-timey film feel. They put very kind of light, happy clips, people dancing, cheersing. It's very elegant and classy, if you will. The music also has sort of like a regal, like elegant flair to it. When they start with these light moments, it gives us a place to go. So if you watch my video on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake trailer, they started with heavier dark moments and then went lighter and then went back to dark, which I personally think it can definitely work, but only in my opinion, if you have truly dark, heavy stuff that's really going to grip people, which I felt like Salt Lake didn't quite have. And they didn't quite use the stuff maybe that we're most excited about, the Jen Shah stuff, if you guys agree with me. I do love this tactic of starting with light moments, because then we can bring it to heavier moments and then the contrast feels a little bit stronger. Here you saw it, they said with elegance and class, and then there was sort of like a sound rip sound.
Shut the up.
And then they went to Karen Huger saying something that was the opposite of elegant and classy.
It's raining.
Don't come at me again.
We know how to communicate.
I just want to say hi.
Yeah, no touching.
Okay, all right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We know how to keep.
Okay, and so now the music is starting to get a little bit silly, if you guys can hear it.
Communicate.
I just want to say hi.
Yeah, no touching.
It's got a little bit of a fun tone. They're not doing that sort of like regal little music that they did at the beginning. It's also amping up in terms of its speed. So we feel like we're kind of heading up a mountain right now. Like, what's going to be at the top and where are they going to take us from there?
How to keep a secret.
Also, the hockey player?
You're laughing. You're turning red.
Okay, so that moment right there serves a dual purpose. You not only have, you know, a moment where they're kind of being silly together. There's like a sound effect that pulls when Ashley is talking about this hockey player that she may or may not have been with.
Also, the hockey player?
But it also gives us something that we cannot believe. Candace and Ashley like having a drink at a table. I maybe expected them to fix their relationship in some way, but not be like having a girls' night. I am shocked. So it's setting up storyline for a Candace Ashley friendship, but it's also setting up storyline for single Ashley, which I personally am very excited about.
Our class
remains unmatched.
unmatched.
Yes. This season
So they say, you know, our class remains unmatched, and they show them doing like burlesque type dancing. So they're really, again, trying to show this contrast. We're so elegant and classy. Oh, actually, we're not. It's not only doing the contrast trick for us as an audience to keep us hooked, but it's also giving us storyline, plot points, and also giving us that fun. I know they're about to get into a fun montage right now, but there are those little moments where they're trying to kind of dual purpose.
This season on The Real Housewives of Potomac.
Okay, so we're about to go into what I call the fun montage, which is like, guys, it's gonna be fun. The music starts to kind of like go, 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 and then it stops when Giselle, which is a really common tactic to provide comic relief. Like if I was to just be talking like this and I was to have some music behind me right now, and then all of a sudden I stop and say, what the heck am I even doing with my life? Kind of gave a comedic feel, even though the thing I said was absolutely not funny whatsoever. There was sort of a cue to you like, oh, the fun has stopped.
Mia, this top is horrible.
Half of your new booty don't fit, honey.
My coochie is sweating.
Therese made it! What is wrong with Karen?
She was doing that to get away from you.
I'm better.
Okay, so we have Charisse back, right? They're showing that that is going to be a storyline and that we have Charisse returning. But instead of showing Charisse being like fun, like sipping a drink on a boat or something like that, they go right to Karen's walking away. Basically, what they're saying with this clip right here as her introduction back into the franchise is Charisse is going to bring some drama.
I have that effect on people.
You and Michael are getting a divorce.
We are. Okay, so they went from fun montage to now we're back to some drama. And we heard it with the big boom sound and then the little like rattlesnake sound. And then we're here on the picnic blanket and we're having a conversation about the divorce.
I am elated in a place that excludes her crusty ass grabbing husband.
What is this activity?
That clip of Michael Darby, I cannot with that clip. The editors are so wrong for that. They picked the worst clip ever of him. I remember when I watched that when it originally first came out and he had a little laugh and oh my gosh. You know when you're embarrassed for someone? I was embarrassed for him watching that. I don't even know him, but I watched that and I go, oh, I know he's watching that being embarrassed. We've all done crazy things, like all made crazy faces and stuff like that I'm sure we would never want to be living on forever, but they got it. They will continue to use it as a representation of Michael Darby.
Activity on social media. I'm sick, I'm not sick.
You think I was doing it for attention?
In our marriage, you said that I could have eye candy.
Okay, so just like in the Salt Lake City trailer, like I was talking about to you guys, now they are about to go into storylines. Now they are breaking down. This is what you are about to see when you watch this season. These are the storylines that are going to play out. First one was Mia, I guess, was sick. She posted something on social media and Giselle and Robin were kind of like, are you sick or are you not? So there's gonna be some conflict between Giselle, Robin, and Mia.
I could have eye candy.
Karen was sneaking out of town with someone that wasn't Ray.
Okay, now here's this huge storyline for Karen is that she's saying to Ray,
In our marriage, you said that I could have eye candy.
and then you have this little tea of the Candace and Ashley. We go back to this little like girls' night.
Karen was sneaking out of town with someone that wasn't Ray.
So that's a storyline. Now, is your interest peaked already? We have Mia getting upset with Giselle at something that is a little bit dark. We have Ashley's divorce, and we have Karen and Ray, with Karen possibly stepping out on Ray. Like, I'm already like, oh my gosh. Potomac delivers. They're going to unpack all of this stuff in a way that only our wildest dreams could hope for, and I'm just so here for it.
I wanted to talk to Juan about getting a prenup.
Why are you mentioning it now?
Are there clauses about infidelity? Giselle, everybody.
Okay, one of my favorite reactions I've ever seen in a trailer was that lawyer in her face like, yeah, we've got those. This is another storyline plot point, right? They're setting these all up in the trailer just with like 1 or 2 lines. Within like 8 seconds, we are getting an idea of what we are about to see. So we as an audience, if these all, speak to us, we are supposed to be, by the end of this trailer, like, oh my gosh, please someone release this all sooner.
Giselle, everybody is asking me if you're sleeping with Peter Thomas.
I'm gonna exit on that one though.
And then they talk about Peter Thomas with Giselle, and then not only do they talk about him, but he is there. Potomac, I love you.
I'm waiting on my period.
2:40 in the morning. I get this DM from Chris.
Okay, so another way that this is such a great way of setting up story is, again, like I talked to you guys at the beginning, start with light, go to dark. Start with light, go to dark. When you start with light, you have a place to go. And when they start with light, which is Candace obviously saying, you know, I missed my period, which means she's possibly pregnant, which was something they had talked about last season. So that's a light moment. Now we're about to go to some dark moments about Chris, which is like going to provide so much contrast and conflict that we as an audience just cannot wait to see.
Who are you at the W with? Not your wife.
You come home at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Not every day.
Many a married man have tried me, and I felt like he was trying to see if I was with it. He's a sneaky link.
You want to say that my husband made you feel uncomfortable.
100%.
Giselle is dead to me.
I didn't do anything.
Okay, so we have all that drama with Candace and Chris actually, you know, getting a little bit looser with Giselle and maybe some of the other ladies. And then you have this little lunch between Candace and Chris. And obviously Candace says, you know, Giselle is dead to me. But then this last little clip they have of Candace's face towards Chris looks like she's not quite buying what he's saying. So there's so much conflict just with these little tiny clips that they chose. We just now as an audience cannot wait to see play out.
I found a house with Michael.
This is not no damn divorce.
You don't buy a house.
And then they had that big swelling sound, and then when she says
With Michael.
the music goes out because obviously they want us to lean in at that moment.
Buy a house with a man that you're divorcing.
I've been trying to get in touch with Michael and I cannot reach him. I'm gonna be responsible for the well-being of these two kids.
Anybody doesn't want to have anything to do with her family, I can't say he's a good man.
So just that line right there,
Anybody doesn't want to have anything to do with her family, I can't say he's a good man.
that's like what we would call like a great trailer line, because just him saying that, that's all you need. They didn't need to show him not being around the kids. Just that line right there gets us pulled in like, oh, we are going to see some stuff unfold.
You gotta put your health first.
Push yourself too much.
But you will not.
Okay, and then we have like 2 seconds of Wendy in the hospital, which I mean, I hope she's okay. I think she's okay, but I think like there's a reason why they only put that on for like 2 seconds, because I would say probably out of all these storylines, Wendy pushing herself too much, you know, is probably not the one that we're like, oh my God, I can't wait for October. I don't know what you guys think, but that's not the one that's really driving me. Again, I hope she's okay.
Not do it with my mother. You understand me? I will whoop your ass in this place.
Traitor face, bitch.
Okay, so now we're showing little montages of major conflict between the ladies. The Grand Dame fighting with Charisse. We have Mia throwing a drink at Wendy. What did Wendy say? I gotta hear this. And now,
Our class
Remains unmatched.
You want to take a shot with us?
Bear in the woods?
Yeah. Does a frog have a watertight asshole?
What?
Huh?
Does a frog have a watertight asshole?
and then they go back to sort of that dreamy, like old-timey, filmy looking filter with saying our class is unmatched. And then obviously Mia says something that's the opposite of classy.
Does a frog have a watertight asshole?
And then they close on Karen. And then there's a sound effect. It's all very, you know, dramatic and very fun. We are going to have major plot points. We are going to have major storylines. There's going to be alliances and friendships built that you've never seen before. There's going to be conflict that you've never seen before. But I love the starting light and then going into all the dark stuff with all of the moments. Honestly, to me, that is like the way to go, especially if you have great stuff. These ladies always deliver. They don't hold anything tight to the chest. They don't try to deflect stuff. They really put it all out there. They're not concerned about their image, I think, as much as some of the other cities that shall not be named. Guys, thank you so much again for watching. I really cannot wait to hear your comments. Tell me which trailer really hooked you. If you haven't watched the other video, go ahead and watch that. And remember, when you are writing a comment, let's do classy comments only. That means shady, not mean, passive aggressive, not aggressive. We don't talk about people's kids. We don't talk about their looks or things that they can't help. We have respect for these ladies putting themselves out there every single week for our enjoyment and our escape. I really appreciate you guys, and until next time.
The ass grabbing head.